This
mentha,
conference will now be recorded.
which comes under secondary metabolite volatile oils under the guidance of Mamta ma'am. In this, we are going to study about synonyms, biological source, geographical source, cultivation, collection and storage, morphology, microscopy, chemical constituents, uses, adulterants and commercial products. Synonyms: Oleum mentha piperita, Colpermin, mentha oil. Biological source: Mentha is a hybrid mint, a cross between watermint and spearmint. It consists of whole plant of Mentha piperita, family Labiatae, and its oil is obtained from fresh leaves of plants by steam distillation. Geographical source: Mentha species are cultivated in various parts of the world. It's native Mediterranean, but is now also cultivated in Japan, England, France, Italy, USA, and Bulgaria. In India, it is cultivated near Jammu and Terai region of UP. Cultivation, collection, and storage. Peppermint plant. Its kingdom is Plantae, order Laminales, family Laminaceae, Laminaceae, genus Mentha. Cultivated at an altitude of 250 to 400 meter. Rainfall in the range of 95 to 105 centimeter. Temperature between 15 to 25 degrees Celsius. Soil type: well-drained, fertile, sandy loam soil with neutral pH. The cultivation is done by vegetative propagation method by using suckers. The treatment of mercury compounds as fungicides encourages better sprouting. Suckers are placed at a distance of 10 cm during the month of January or February. The distance maintained between two rows is approximately 50 to 60 cm. The plant should be kept free of weeds by hoeing frequently. Foliar spray of urea along with other fertilizers like superphosphate, potash, etc. are found to be advantageous. Harvesting is done when crop reaches the flowering stage. The mentha plant is susceptible to pests. The treatment with iodine 1:700, BHC, that is benzene hexachloride 10%, sulfur 0.5%, and malathion 5% are found to be very effective for pest control. The essential oils of peppermint are found in cells of the underside of leaves and are collected through the process of steam distilling the fresh or partially dried plant leaves. As with all other essential oils, peppermint will retain stability and have prolonged shelf life. Preparation of oil. To reduce the bulk, mentha plant is first dried to 1/4 of their weight. It helps in saving the time required for distillation and reduces its cost of production. Drying directly in sunlight causes loss of volatile oil. Fermentation should not take place during the herb as it adversely affects the quality and quantity of the oil. The air-dried material is charged into galvanizes iron or mild steel. The steam under pressure generated with the help of boiler is then passed through the drug. It takes about 3 to 4 hours for distillation. More than 80% of the oil is distilled off during first half of the distillation. Distillation should be completed carefully as menthol of medicinal and commercial importance comes over in the latter part of distillation. The condenser should be made up of either aluminum or stainless steel and should be coiled so as to increase the area of condensation. The distillate, that is mentha oil, is collected in separating can. Mentha oil is insoluble in water and also lighter than water, which helps in floating in and separating can. The oil is then decanted and filtered. The average oil content of the herb is found to be 0.5 to 0.5% weight by volume approximately. About 100 kg of the oil per hectare of the crop per year is supposed to be satisfactory for commercial purposes. Storage. Peppermint oil should be stored in well-filled and airtight containers protected from sunlight and in cool place. Peppermint oil darkens and becomes viscous on storage. If cooled, separation of menthol crystal occurs. Other species of mentha such as Mentha longifolia, Mentha roundifolia, and Mentha spicata, that is peppermint, also yield volatile oils for flavoring purpose. Morphology: color green or olive green. Odor: the peppermint leaves have a characteristic sweetish strong odor. Taste: an aromatic, warm, pungent taste with cooling aftertaste. Shape: leaves are oblong to lanceolate in shape, have serrated edges, and are often downy. Size: it grows 30 to 90 centimeter tall. The leaves are 4 to 9 centimeter long and 1.5 to 4 centimeter broad. Extra features: Mentha piperita is a perennial plant that is 50 to 90 centimeter high, normally quadrangular, and a prototypical member of the mint family. So now microscopy. Microscopy: leaf dorsoventral with one layer of palisade cells and 3 to 4 layers of spongy parenchyma. Epidermal cells on both surfaces have wavy anticlinal walls. Stomata are present on both surfaces but more numerous on the undersurfaces. Both covering and triangular trichomes are present. Covering trichomes may occur mainly on the margin and veins. Glandular trichomes are of two types. The larger, typically labiateous ones, are sunk in depressions and each consists of unicellular stalk and a glandular head, composed of 8 radiating cells forming a shallow cup covered with a cuticle. The other smaller glandular trichomes consist of unicellular stalks and unicellular heads. Peppermint oil Peppermint oil chiefly consists of uh, levomenthol to the extent of 70% in free as well as in the form of esters depending upon the variety. American peppermint oil contains 80% menthol, while Japanese oil contains 70 to 90%. Other important constituents of peppermint oil are menthone, menthofuran, jasmine, methyl isovalerate, methyl acetate, and several other terpene derivatives. The other terpene derivatives include like limoni, limoni, Cinepol, Pylene, and Camphene, etc. Jasmine and esters are responsible for odor. Menthofuran causes resinification and develops dirty smell. These are few chemical constituents you should be familiar about, that is menthol, pulegon, menthone, and menthofuran. Chemical test: a few drops of peppermint oil are mixed with 5 ml of nitric acid solution, that is prepared by adding 1 ml of nitric acid to 300 ml of glacial acetic acid heated on water bath. Within 5 minutes, liquid develops blue color, which on further heating deepens and shows copper color fluorescence, and after some time it becomes golden yellow. Uses: mentha species, one of the world's oldest and most popular herbs, and are widely used in cooking, cosmetics, also used in treatment of gastrointestinal disorders. It is used in toothpaste, tooth powders, shaving cream, and different pharmaceutical dosage forms. It is also consumed in the preparation of chewing gums, candies, jellies, perfumes, and essences. Adulterants: corn mint, that is Mentha arvensis, a less expensive mint plant that is frequently used as peppermint adulterant. Several species of menthol are known to contain oil. Many times these oil are dementholized and used as adulterants to the drug. Few commercial products are tea, confectionery, chewing gum, toothpaste, and mouthwash. Thank you.
This conference will now be recorded.
Only last slide. Thank you slide is seen. Ha. Go to the first slide now.
Ma'am, it is in first
Go
slide
to
only.
This conference will now be recorded.
Microscopy and microscopic characters, chemical constants, standards of quality, chemical tests, uses and substituents, and identity. The synonym, Cinnamon is Dalchini, and
You can start,
Ceylon
Sunil.
cinnamon. Biological source.
Your voice is very, very dull.
Ma'am, now the synonym is cinnamon bark,
Sunil,
Kalmi Dalchini, and cinnamon. Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Sunil, you're not able to present.
Synonym of cinnamon is cinnamon bark, Kalmi Dalchini, and Ceylon cinnamon. The biological source is cinnamon consists of dried bark of the shoots of coffee seed trees of cinnamon Brennansium finis and cinnamon verum family Lauraceae. It should not contain less than 1% of volatile aromas. Geographical source: cinnamon, the evergreen tree of tropical area, is considered to be native of Sri Lanka and Malabar coast of India. It is found in Jamaica and Brazil. Most of the world's requirements are met by Sri Lanka, and hence true cinnamon is known as Sri Lankan cinnamon. Cultivation, collection, and storage and preparations of the market. Evergreen cinnamon can be propagated by planting the cuttings and layers commercially. It is generally propagated by as it is easiest method to adopt. Cinnamon is crop of tropical countries. It needs sandy or salinous soils with admixtures of humus. The altitude at which it grows favorably is 800 to 1000 meters. Sheltered situation with an annual rainfall of 200 to 250 centimeters is ideal for cultivation of. The seeds are sown in well-prepared nursery beds located at suitable places in June and July. The seeds are sown at distance of 10 centimeters and covered with small layer of soil and watered properly. It takes approximately 20 days for germination of seeds. Seedlings are provided with shades and are allowed to grow for 10 to 12 months. Transplantation is done in October or November or in rainy season by keeping the distance of 2 meters in between two plants. Shades are provided with pendants of coconut leaves. The field is weeded 2 to 4 times in a year. For healthy growth of each plant should be manured with 100 grams of ammonium sulfate or superphosphate in the first year. Subsequently, it is increased depending upon the age of the plant. Fertilizers are applied in 2 equal doses in first monsoon and second in October or November to encourage the growth of side shoots. These are copied to introduce the formation of roots. The trees are allowed to grow further unless they turn to uniform brown by formation of thorns. Harvesting is done in rainy season when it is easy to peel off the bark from shoots. Longitudinally, incisions are made on the shoots and transverse marking are given so as to form the rings at the nodes, which also connect the longitudinal incisions, producing the strips which are peeled off. Strips thus formed are made into bundles, wrapped in foil, mating, and allowed to ferment for 24 hours. Fermentation resulting in loosening of outer bark and cortex, which is then removed by scraping with curved brass knives. During drying, the bark contracts and gets converted into quill. The smaller quills are inserted into larger quills to form compound quills. Quills are arranged end to end up to the length of 90 centimeters, where soft and fresh quills are rolled by hand and slightly pressed so as to avoid swelling and splitting into pieces. The drug is dried in shade over the mats. The quills are collected, packed into bundles of different grades and sold. Some species and derbies produced during the handling of quills are known as quilling and feathering. These are also used for the manufacture of cinnamon oil. A nectar plantation of cinnamon on average produces 200 to 300 kg and 2 to 3 kg of leaf oil per year. Storage: keep in well closed container in cool place away from light. Microscopic factors. Color: the outer surface is duly yellowish brown while the inner surface is dark yellowish brown. Odor: fragrant. Shape: found in the form of compound quills. Size: about 1 meter in length and 1 centimeter in diameter. The thickness of the bark is approximately 5.5 millimeters. Taste: aromatic and sweet, followed by warm sensation. Texture: splinters. The outer surface of the bark is marked by wavy longitudinal striations with small holes of scars left by branches. The inner surface also shows the longitudinal striations. Bark is free of thorns. Being microscopic characters. Being an inner, the primary cortex are absent. Rarely patches of primary cortex may be present. Scleran diameters pericycle is prominent. The stellar part shows phloem fibers, viscerate medullary rays, and secretory tape containing volatile oils and mucilage. Starch grains in cortical parenchyma and medullary rays are and crystals in parenchyma test cells are also present. Chemical constituents: cinnamon bark contains about 0.5 to 1 centimeter 1% volatile oil, 1 to 2% tannins, flowbactannins, mucilage, calcium oxalate, starch, and sweet substance known as mannitol. Volatile oil is active constituent of the drug. It is light yellow when freshly distilled in color and changes to red on storage. Bark yields 14 to 16% of 90% alcohol. Soluble extractive cinnamon oil contains 60 to 70%. Cinnamonaldehyde 5 to 10%. Eugenol benzaldehyde, cuminaldehyde, and other terpenes like phenyldrin, pinene, cymene, and gyrophyllene. Cinnamon oil is yellow to red in color with here 1.1 to 1.030 optical rotation, 0 to 2, and refractive index 1.56 to 1.582. The export of cassia oil during 1994 to 1995 was approximately rupees 16 lakhs. Standards for quality. Foreign organic matter not less than 2%, total ash not less than 6%, acid insoluble ash not less than 4%, sulfated ash not less than 6%. Chemical test. An addition of a drop of ferric chloride solution to a drop of volatile oil produces a pale green color. With ferric chloride, formaldehyde gives brown color and eugenol gives brown blue color, resulting in the formation of a pale green is obtained as it contains only cinnamic acid. Uses. Bark is used as carbonative, aromatic, and mild astringent. It is also used as flavoring agent. It is a stimulant, aromatic, and antiseptic. Commercially, it is used as a spice and condiment. Also in the preparation of candy and dentifrices and substituent and adulterant. Jungle cinnamon. It is the bark obtained from wild growing trees. It is dark in color, less aromatic than cultivated trees, and slightly bitter. Cinnamon. These are pieces of untrimmed bark. They can be distinguished from genuine drugs by the presence of abundant cork cells and by poor yield to 90% alcohol. Cultivated Saigon cinnamon. It consists of the bark of the trees of cinnamon lauriceae. It is exported from the port of Saigon. It is in China and Japan. The bark is grayish brown in color with black patches and sweet taste. It's 30 into 4 into 0.7 centimeter and unpeeled and contains 2.5% of volatile oils. Java cinnamon. It is derived from cinnamon Bourmani lauriceae. The bark is less aromatic, peeled and formed in the form of double leaves. Histologically, medullary rays contains smaller tubules, crystals of calcium oxalate not in cinnamon xylanceum. It consists of about 75% of cinnamaldehyde in the oil. It gives poor yield to 90% alcohol as compared to Sri Lanka cinnamon. Thank you.